We have another cruise line increasing their gratuities. We have an itinerary change over a hull cleaning. And can you imagine having your cruise canceled before sail away even happens? Let's get into the cruise news. Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to today's video. All right, we're going to start off with Holland America. So, effective February the 1st, 2023, Holland America will be the next cruise line raising its gratuity rates. But it will be one of the smallest gratuity rate increases that we have seen recently from the other cruise lines. And we saw Norwegian cruise lines raise their rates by almost $4 per person per day. So when you compare it to a number like that, Holland America's increase is relatively small. All right, so for both suites and for regular cabins, there is going to be a 50-cent increase in the gratuities. Now that means that regular cabins or non-suite cabins, the new gratuity rate will be $16 per person per day, and for suites, it will be $17.50 per person per day. So while it is an increase, it is a price increase, something none of us really like to see. I said it is one of the smallest price increases that we have seen from the cruise lines recently, especially when you compare it to the increases that some of the other cruise lines have put out recently. Next, we have an itinerary change for Princess Cruise Lines due to an unplanned hull cleaning. The Coral Princess is currently sailing a 14-night Australia-New Zealand cruise and will miss a port stop in Dunedin, New Zealand, and a scenic cruise day in Fiordland National Park, and instead will be spending 24 hours having the hull cleaned by divers. Coral Princess must complete unplanned additional hull cleaning in advance of our calls into New Zealand. As a result, we must regretfully cancel our scenic cruising in Fiordland National Park on Friday, 23 December, and our call to Dunedin on Saturday, 24 December. The cleaning will be performed by divers and will take place off the coast of New Zealand starting the evening of Thursday, 22 December, and is expected to take approximately 24 hours. This will allow us to preserve the majority of our scheduled itinerary and provide you with the best cruise experience possible. During the cleaning period, all onboard services will be available, including the boutiques and casino. Now, no explanation was given for the unplanned hull cleaning. Usually in cases where they do this, you have barnacle growth on the underside of the hull, and it can be for a couple of reasons that they may need to clean it. An excessive amount of growth could be causing fuel efficiency issues, and it could also be an environmental issue. As a cruise ship sails around to different locations and you have the growth on the underside of the ship, there could be stuff growing on the bottom of the ship that could have an environmental impact they may not want in certain waters. So if the ship's been someplace, it may need to be cleaned before, let's say, New Zealand wants it in the national park area, over the risk of an environmental contamination. Like I said, the cruise lines didn't say why. Those are just some of the possibilities of why they may have had to make this particular itinerary change. And finally, guests on board Ambassador Cruise Line's ambiance, well, they had a little bit of a shock on embarkation day. So you book your cruise, you head to the cruise port, you get to the cruise terminal, you get checked in, you take that first special step on board the cruise ship. Maybe you get your embarkation day drink. You go down once your cabin is ready, start putting your stuff away, and then you head up to have some dinner. And that would be a pretty normal embarkation day on any other cruise, but not for this particular cruise, because as these folks sat down for dinner, they were informed they were going to have to disembark because their cruise had been canceled. So it turns out they were having an issue with one of the lifeboat stations. They attempted to repair it. They had the engineers up there working on it, but they're unable to get it fixed. And of course, this creates a safety issue, and a safety issue prevents the cruise line from being able to sail. Now, they didn't specify exactly what the issue was, but it is enough of an issue that not only did they have to cancel that cruise, they've had to cancel the following 2 cruises after, both the Christmas and New Year's Eve cruise, so that the ambiance could go over to Germany and have the issue with the lifeboat station repaired. So it obviously was a pretty big deal. If they have to cancel 3 cruises and have it repaired over in Germany, it's not something they could take care of simply on board the ship. And while it's not the cruise line's fault, something broke, something they couldn't repair, mechanical issues do happen, it still really sucks for the cruise passengers to get all the way on board your ship, to get ready to eat, to get ready for sail away, only to be told you have to disembark the ship and your cruise has been canceled. And at the end of the day, honestly, that just plain sucks, but it is unfortunately something that does occasionally happen, even though we all hope it's something that never happens to us. All right, and that is going to be your cruise news for today. If you have enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. Hope everyone out there is having a really great day, and like always, we will see you out on the high seas.